Hey guys, welcome to Sketch a Day live on this Friday. I actually rewired the entire studio yesterday. Had to make some changes to kind of my hardware setup, lights, other stuff. So if you're a Patreon, you got a little behind the scenes look at that. So thanks for joining. We're gonna kick off Fan Friday today. Forgot to change my graphics and everything, but it's getting better. I'm really excited. Eventually I'm gonna make some more upgrades, but I just want to say thank you to our patrons. You guys are amazing as always. Thank you so much. I wonder if this is gonna work actually. Did I set this up? Oh yeah, I did set this up. Okay. So basically I got a new piece of hardware that's a dedicated capture card, so I can virtually switch and I can use this little doohickey here to, let's see, we can like change angles, go through things, and it's awesome. But there's other stuff that's coming. So blessings to you, Latrice, as well. Hello Ravi, Ryan. Check in, let me know where you're watching. Of course, if this is your first time, hit subscribe, turn on alerts if you like it. Even if you hate it, it's all good. I don't really mind that much. How can I get this to work actually? Oh shoot, I didn't add that. Okay, I was gonna give a shout out to our new patrons with the whole deck and everything, but I didn't get to set it up. But I want to give a special shout out to Chevis. Thank you for pitching in and joining. Chevis is our new patron. Thanks for being a part of the Sketch a Day crew group here. All right, so like I said, today is Fan Friday. I just got done giving a workshop to the University of Kansas, so I'm like running on fumes as always. But let's see here. Oh shoot, I need to set this up. Okay, give me just a sec here. I'm gonna have to make a quick change. All right, let's duplicate this. I wasn't ready to share my laptop, so I've got to make a little change here. Give me just a sec. Let's do video and call this C. Okay, and pardon me. This will be all over soon. It'll be all over soon, everyone. Okay. Huh, fascinating. Now it's not working. Oh wait, there we go. Okay, let's see. Boom, there we go. Okay, you get to watch me figure out this technical thing here, but I digress. Okay, let's see. Why is my phone ringing? I swear, people always call me right when I'm in the middle of something. So annoying. Sorry, guys. Okay, so I just need to get rid of that. And we should be good. Okay, whew! Whew, we did it. We did it. There's my Discord for you. Okay, so this is the Discord server, everyone. At least those of you on Hang Tight if you're on Instagram. I'm just gonna give some shout outs and props here and we'll start drawing. But if you want to see what is happening, you can check out youtube.com/sketchaday.com. Hopefully everything sounds good, looks good, works good, all of that stuff. Because I literally just spent $1,000 this week making this better for you guys. But it'll also be worth it in the long run. Okay, so this is the weekly sketch challenge channel. You guys have been submitting stuff. Last week we did shoes. This week we were doing spheres. Next week, which I'll announce in a bit, we've got a pretty fun topic some of you will be excited about. But yeah, we're doing spheres. We practiced spheres last time. We got some interesting pottery things here. Maybe I'll do some pottery. That sounds fun. This is by... Who's this by? Noyana. Thank you for your submission. I did some last week as well. Jordan dropping some inspiration. We've got Toon Koshi with a Dragon Ball. Pretty freaking cool. That's awesome. Let's see. We've got Tom, of course, submitting. Acro Let's see. Got some spheres in. Acro or Arco? Yeah, Acro Nayana. That's cool. Little spherical vacuum. We could do a spherical vacuum. We could do some pottery. I'm not sure. Oh, chessboard. Okay. These kind of scared me for a minute there. So, but nice work. I think they're a little bit flat. So if you want to do something like that, you would probably need to just push your contrast a bit on the lighting. Super creative, Evan Maria. Looks like a space station of some sort. Pretty cool. That'd be a fun one to do digitally, I think, because then you could drop in like a little background and just really enhance everything. Hello, Sam, Ayushi, Cami, what's up? Cami's asking, am I going to participate on this Sketchtober? I have been. You know me, I sketch every day, so it's not so much that I'm participating in the challenge as it is, hey, I'm going to be drawing every day. Okay, so you will see some of that stuff. Okay, so people on Instagram don't go crazy. That's some of what I did on my workshop. Okay, Alex, these are good. I think in particular here, right, on this sketch, you're missing a little bit of rim light. Okay, and that's gonna help with your sphere feeling more round. Okay, so just around the perimeter, you've kind of got it on the bottom here. That needs to come a little bit more up on the sides, like so, and that's just gonna help with your sphere. I'll actually end the Instagram stream, I think, and then we'll be back when we start drawing. All right. I'll start it up when we start drawing. Okay, so yeah, if you add a little bit of rim light here, that's gonna totally help you out. You know, you've got a little bit here, but you could probably push that a bit more. When you get into colors and color mixing and complex scenes, you're gonna have light bouncing everywhere and colors that need to like impact each other. So you should just go watch Roshan. He's way better than me anyways. Acro, I'm just kidding, stay here. Snowball mic, pretty cool. That's a lot of work on that mesh texture. If I were doing this digitally, I would have just like dropped in some mesh and just made it work. Your ellipses need a little work though, so we could do a snowball mic as well on the stream. We got BB8 here by Seisman. Nice work, nice submission. So yeah, thank you guys for submitting. Hopefully you're giving each other feedback, critique, all that stuff. Felix with some pen-based spheres. It's good practice using just simple tools to try and show. So really nice work, everyone. I think I'm gonna kick things off, of course, as we always do, with a warm-up. And I'll do a vacuum, maybe a floaty, sphere-y robot, and what was that other one? Oh, we could do some pottery and maybe that mic. Okay, so I'll have this up on my screen. Okay, and I'll be flipping through all of it, but we'll get started with some sketching here. All right. Okay. How's everyone doing? You're having a good Friday so far? A good Ace Friday? I gotta remember which keys these are. Okay. I'm learning all sorts of stuff with my new setup. But again, it should make things eventually a lot smoother here on the show in terms of how it's run and all that good stuff. All right. Let me actually move this window over here. All right. So let's get started. And then I'll turn on my Instagram stream in just a sec here, but as always, straight lines. I am admittedly a little bit warm from my previous sketch session that I had this morning. Been going hard all day. Today's gonna be crazy. I feel like I always say that because my days lately have been crazy. I'm grateful for all the work, the contacts, the high fives, the support, everything. The channel's growing, so keep sharing, keep liking, keep subscribing, all that good stuff. Yeah, it means a lot. Okay, just some straight lines here. I believe last time I talked about the speed of sketching and how that affects how your lines show up. So just pay attention to that. I go into more detail when I do my workshops. We went into tons of detail today, even about line quality. Let's show you a little bit. We talked about lighting and like really went in like beyond what I do on YouTube. So if you're interested in, doing a remote workshop with me, yeah, there it is. So even just examining different tools as you warm up, they're going to give you different look and feel on your drawing. So something you can pay attention to, play with, and that goes for digital as well. So play with your tools, play with your settings, try different things, see what you come up with. All right, some quick circles here. Actually, I need to do a lot of circles. We can also do a toothbrush today. I believe that is the topic of Sketchtober. I'm not sure what the Inktober topic is, however. I'll have to check that out. So I'll peep that in the meantime. As always, if you're curious about the materials I use, you can check that link that has resources. It even has information on how markers will affect your pen stroke, which is super important if you're using markers, to kind of be aware of how that works. All right, let's see. On the regular Inktober, the prompt today is wisp, whatever that means. I guess you could have a wisp toothbrush. Wisp. Wispy, thin. Wisp. I mean, you could have a wispy character. You could have some sort of robot. You could do a plant. There's a lot of stuff you could do in terms of a wisp. Well, let's keep warming up with some circles. Hello, random characters that I can't read. Thanks for joining. I hope that's something decent you've said. I won't be able to tell because I don't read that language set. My phone is wigging out again. At least my phone that I use for Instagram. I have it mirrored on my screen here so I can at least see a little bit. So let's see if we can... Oh, now it's awake. I think it was just asleep. Alright, we're gonna go live now. On the Insta, maybe. It is not behaving. Alright, let's see here. Oh, good grief. Alright, there we go. Now we can go live. Whew! Whew, that was stressful. Okay, so like I said, thank you for your submissions. I'm going to do some ellipses real quick. Just to finish up my warm-up here. If you want to get really good at drawing, draw on paper. Okay. Don't Photoshop your stuff yet. I mean, the better you get, you'll be able to do that. Draw big, draw fast. Draw with your shoulder. At least that's for product sketching. I mean, certainly there are other ways to do it. And do what works for you. That's what I always try to say anyways. Do what works for you. You do you, baby. Alright. So let's get started. I think I'm going to do some pottery. I think that was one of the sketches that came up in the Discord. So once again, if you want to join our community, get some feedback, you can check out the Discord server. I feel like I have to be an octopus with this new setup a little bit, but here we go. Join the Discord server. We have our weekly sketch challenge and just been given some feedback. I'm gonna draw some of the things you guys drew. So we'll kick things off with this series of what I'm considering to be pottery. All right, and let's do some ceramic stuff. All right, so we can do this by starting with an axis, okay, or you can just draw some shapes like so to kind of start. All right, I'm just gonna kind of hit the paper here with some shapes here, and then I'll worry about the transitions and whatnot and where things are. Okay. Forgot to transition back. My apologies. There we go. All right, so I'm just using a pen on some, or pencil rather, on some marker paper here, and trying to be a little bit careful as well. Okay. So now that I have my base shape, I can connect like so. Get my transitions going. I'm not quite sure what's happening in your sketch, so I'm trying to be somewhat sensitive and respectful of your designs as I do these. Whenever I do these things, you know, I don't want you to feel like, oh, you're poo-pooing on my design. No, man, I'm just showing you how I would do it. That's all. For the most part. I mean, if something's like egregious, then I'll be like, okay, let's have a little conversation about ellipses, for example. All right. So what I'm trying to do here, you know, I've got this axis, and I'll go ahead and throw in a spot for a little shadow here. And if you wanted to fill the page, we could do perhaps maybe even something smaller. This is more of a spheroid, but it does have a sphere as a part of it. All right, maybe we have like a nice elliptical or circular handle as well. All right, so I've got the basics of these shapes down, and now I can use the pencil to go ahead and shade as well. All right, looks like we're missing Svetlana in art today. A few others, but as always, if you missed the stream, you can always catch the stream on the YouTube archived. We made those changes to the channel, so stream show first. That's what's going to be shown in the archive. So I do draw with my shoulder for the most part, but sometimes you gotta flick the wrist just a little bit to get what you're after. Okay, and that's totally fine. Totally fine. Now with pencil, maybe I'll just sharpen a few of these, because these pencils, you know, they have a nice soft lead, and I can tip them on the side and I can get some nice shading. What's up, Oliver? I can tip them on the side like this and get some nice shading, right? And you can really quickly describe your form if you're careful. Okay, so here, since this is a sphere, I'm gonna have some sort of highlight here, but I also want to carry that highlight up into this. Okay, so I might just do a light outline like so, and you can also just focus on, you know, the shadow cores like that. Okay, so kind of like the feedback I was giving on, let's see, it was Alex's spheres. You kind of want to notice how I'm backing off the edge of the sphere here. Okay, so in terms of tone, if this is the outline of the shape, all right, and this is certainly more of a product design approach where you have lines for your shape, but as we approach the perimeter of the shape, notice that I'm leaving just a little bit of a gap right there. Okay, and then I can beef up my shadow core depending on where my light's coming from. Just kind of keep working this, All right, you want to have contrast, lightest lights, darkest darks. It's okay, contrast is king. All of those things you're trying to remember as you do this. Couple little strokes here just to sharpen up some of these shadow cores. Get some shadowing under here perhaps on this handle. And then fade it out. That's one of the nice things you can do with pencil as well, is you can get a nice gradient or transition going if you shade carefully. I'm doing well, Oliver. Thank you very much. Koi Goner says, my design technology teacher makes us watch your videos. He made us watch the spade one. Oh, awesome. Well, thank you. Let's see. So let's finish out this one at least. Alright, so now I've kind of tipped the pencil. I am sketching a little slower, but also just trying to make sure my lines have the right amount of gesture in them. So Sketch a Day Live, by the way, thanks for joining if you happen to just, end up here. I'm Spencer, I'm an industrial designer. Well, more of a creator and educator these days. I do a lot of things, but thanks for joining. Let me know how you found this, by the way. I am curious. Some of you say your professors in college pointed you here. For some of you, I'm wondering if it's the YouTube, if you just happen to find it. Maybe not. It's totally fine. Alright, let's just keep going. So this is marker paper. I find that if you use like just your normal bond or printer paper, it's not quite as good. Alright, Oliver is asking about smudging. You can even smudge it with your fingers. Yes, you can. I don't necessarily like the smudge look personally. Some people like it, and there are people who do incredible works of art by smudging, but I've never really been a smudger. Even when I was taking fine art classes, I wasn't much of a smudger. Alright, so we can get a little bit of tone there. Shade in. I like so. Cavs is asking, isn't product design, industrial design just synonyms? I like to think so, Cavs, but if you go to LinkedIn and search for product design jobs, chances are you're going to find a lot of user experience related jobs. So that term's kind of been hijacked by graphic designers who want to fancy themselves as product designers, I think. But that's just my opinion. My opinions do not represent those of Sketch a Day. Just kidding. It's always funny when people have that disclaimer caveat. Oh, welcome to October, by the way. Holy cow, what a month it's been already. It's been a day. Whew, so much news overnight. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But here we are. 2020 never disappoints. At least it hasn't so far. I'm just waiting for the space aliens to show up. Godzilla to come from the depths. What else could happen? I don't know. I don't even want to know what else could happen, really. So, again, this is an instance where I will use my wrist almost like a compass. Okay? Almost like a compass on these pots. Alright, I want to finish these real quick because I feel like I'm wasting too much time. It is fun to use the pencil though, but again, this is how you can just quickly add some shade or tone to your stuff. Alright? And in the case of the spheres, like I said, try to make sure you have a little bit of a reflected light, okay, going on. So that's just all with the side of the pencil tip, right? Just tip it on the side. You can get those nice shadow shading tones, whatever. You could, you know, push this core up a bit more, the shadow core, but I like to just do the perimeter. It just keeps it simple and clean. But yes, I could push this up, for example, a bit more, then increase the contrast right through there, and then fade back. All right, but you do want to pay attention to your midtones and your shading as well. Is this a graphite or black colored? This is a black colored pencil. This is a Prismacolor Premier. Have I worked on a UX UI designs? Yes, I have. I used to run a team at a smart home company that was responsible for, well, a couple teams actually. Responsible for new product testing, so we would run UX experiments. It was actually really fun and kind of scrappy prototyping of ideas, and then we would prove those out, validate, and see if the company should, you know, invest. And then also just a standard like UX team of designers working on stuff that was already in production. So I've done both. I've done ID, I've done graphics, I've done photography, I've done illustration. That's why I say it's hard for me to say, yeah, I'm just an industrial designer. I do a lot of things. And people hire me for a lot of things, so. I just enjoy drawing as well. So Sketch-A-Day Live, thanks for joining. You know, maybe this pot has a little bit of color on it, so I can just make that line and then just shade this in. So that's how I shade with a pencil. You know, maybe this has a little bit of a color break as well. Shade this in.
They ain't got no unity. You know, we had more love amongst each other when we were doing our
Just
stuff.
like so.
Nowadays it's like they always say where there's plenty of
My
money,
Mac Pro in the corner looks like
there's a lot of money in the business
a
nowadays.
cylindrical octopus right now. There's so many
There's
tentacles coming out of it, cables.
and that's not a good thing.
So yeah, I've done a lot of different things in my career, for sure. Done a lot of things. All right, can you upload non-PD sketches? What does PD mean? Am I missing something? Non-PD. I know you can upload JPEGs. I don't know what you mean by non-PD. Non-police department, non-photo distorted, non-politically disruptive, non-what? What do you mean? Oh, non-product design? Sure. To me, the Discord is just a way for you guys to like... Alright, I'll tell you, when I was in college, I used to be very territorial with my knowledge. And like, I wouldn't share tips with anyone, partly because the program I was in was super competitive. And like, quite literally, you had gates you had to make it through to like continue in ID. So I developed this mindset of like keeping everything to myself, and it took me a while to realize that when you teach, help, mentor, all that, it actually makes you better. All right, makes you way better. All right, so there's our pencil pots. I'm gonna put this to the side. We will be scanning these, of course. These will be available on the not the Discord. This will be available on the Patreon Google Drive. All right, so there's a special folder for patrons on Google Drive that you can check out, and that's where you'll be able to get those high resolution sketches. Oh shoot, I forgot to post the YouTube link on the Instagram. But yes, if you become a patron, you get access to all these files. Okay, so I believe, let's see, we did the pots. I was gonna do a mic. Should we continue with pencil? Vacuum cleaner? Let's just continue with pencil today. I really haven't done pencil on the stream in a long time. I don't think so anyways. So let's just continue with pencil. We've got this circular vacuum cleaner, spherical vacuum cleaner that was done, inspired by Henry the vacuum cleaner. So I'm gonna do that. Just start with a nice circle here, and let's get some wheels in, nice and light. The thing is, you want to go light until you get it right. Okay, so I'm thinking of an axis here, and I'm gonna do some sort of S shape, like so, for our hose. And looks like, okay, I'm not sure. Oh, that's a cap. All right. There's like a cap here. This is by Noyana, by the way. All right, so that's what I'm looking at right now. This is a sketch by Noyana, and just sketching a spherical vacuum cleaner. So I'm just doing my twist on it. I think really nice job on the crispness of the highlight. I will use marker on this one as well, but nice job on the crispness of the highlights on your concept. I think that's well executed. What's up, Alex? Hello. Let's see, Oliver, what criteria do you suggest volume with lines? For example, axis. Suggest volume. Do you mean like the quantity of lines or what? What are you thinking? Not sure what you mean by volume. I'm just gonna have a little cleaning attachment here on this vacuum. We can have that off in the distance. Here's the eyes. This is kind of funky, but we'll go with it. I'm gonna throw a part line in here because it's probably what would happen. You would have some sort of part line. And looks like our hose has ridges, so I'm gonna go ahead and, man, I'm gonna have to sketch these in. So notice as I move this way, I'm changing the shape of the ellipse slightly as we go around. Okay, and that's because now we're wrapping this way. All right, so you want to think about axis-wise. Okay, where is the axis of each of these going? Now I can change direction again. This is going to take a lot of work, but I have an idea in my head of how I can speed this up just a little bit with a little bit of white pen. There, I'm changing direction again on these ellipses. So think about your shape, form rather, what's happening. That's going to just inform you of what to do. All right, how long have we got? 37. Okay, so we got another 30 minutes. I got to watch the time today because I got to go pick up my kids in a little bit, but there's our little cleaning attachment of some sort. Nice and light until we get it right. So I got my wheel here. Let's see, we need a power button, I guess. I don't know where I'd put that, but let's map out our highlight. I'm trying to decide if I want to make this red or not. I know we kind of had, we did a red scooter thing. Maybe I'll do a blue. We'll do blue today. I'm doing great, Alex. Thanks for asking. Beautiful day. It's been a early start for me already, but certainly a good day. Oh, I just noticed there's some other details here. We got like a smile of some sort. I'm gonna have to capture somehow. And let's go ahead and put in maybe some sort of release button for hose. Every time I hear hose, I think of that ludicrous song. I've got hose, and I mean vacuum hose. Google, don't be messing with me. They're so like aggressive. I don't remember what it was I said last stream, but then I got like this email flag, and I was like, holy cow. I think I may have said a certain word or something, but whatever their system is, it's super sensitive. I guess I could do red again. Should I do red? I want you guys to tell me. Should I make the vacuum cleaner red or blue? Red or blue? What's it gonna be? Cav says I've uploaded the non-PD thing. Any critiques from me would be appreciated. Let's see. Where dat? I don't see that. Did you post it in general? General. Oh, get help. No, still don't see it. Maybe it's still coming through. Not sure. Not sure. But that's alright. I can always take, if it's non-product design related to, I can always take a look on Sunday. I do Sci-Fi Sunday. Okay, so we got a red, we got a blue, we got a face palm from Oliver. iPad Pro or Surface Pro? I go for iPad Pro personally, but I'm deep in the Apple ecosystem. Was it the fat marker that triggered Google? I don't know. I didn't swear or anything, so I don't know why they would have, freaked out. So who knows? All right, I feel like this is like sometimes when you do a sketch, I don't know if you ever have this feeling, but I feel like this is going to be a good sketch. So let's go with and show your work. Are you Carborg? Is that who you are? In the channel? Spider Sona? Or is it AU? You mean contour lines. Oh, contour lines. She added keeps just 3D volume shape when I add those lines. So, oh yeah, so I try to keep those like really light contour lines if I'm gonna do that, because you don't want that to distract from the broader sketch, right? Okay, Carborg. I would say nice work. It feels flat. When I look at it, it feels a little flat. So you probably need to kind of work on your lighting a bit more. I can't speak to the painting so much. The sketch of the face is actually pretty cool. The graphic layout is questionable, but I would say just work on your lighting a bit more. If you're looking for, I think, resources on anatomy, I think it's called Proco, Stan Prokopenko. Great account on Instagram. I feel like I'm stalling. Let me get my reds. Anyhow, great account on Instagram for things like anatomy. Great account. Oops. Sorry, I just got a message here. I've got to tell him to call me back. Alright, we're back. Yeah, Proco's amazing. You check him out. It's awesome. I'm not the best at anatomy, admittedly. Let's see. I believe you did a video not a while ago. Yeah, you can look it up. It's just a personal preference. I just like Apple stuff, personally. and ooh, yeah, I can use that blue. I'm in the ecosystem, meaning my phone is Apple, my desktop here, my laptop, my brain, you know, so yeah. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm actually gonna make sure I have your vacuum sketch up here. Let's go ahead and reference, oops, wrong channel on the server. Okay. Make sure we get this. Get my blend in here. I'm not worried about the cap because that's gonna be black. Alright. The eye, I can always kind of fix that, not too worried, but I'm trying to get a nice pour here and blend. This is a Copic air marker. Alright, so it's a way for you to basically turn your markers into an airbrush if you're interested in trying something like that out. Alright, so that was a blue-green 1. Let's see here. Alright, that's a little bit intense. So I got 1, 2. I don't use these blues a lot, so 5. I need like a blue-green 3 or something. Okay, 1. I guess I'll just run with the 5 and make it work. Make it work, designers. We'll just make it work. Yeah, my phone is wigging out. The thing is, when it comes to light and shadow, I'm not good with it when it comes to anatomy. Yeah, you just kind of have to think about muscles like cylinders, right? So if you think about how you shade a cylinder and how there's a shadow core and all of that, you know, just try and think of the anatomy that way. And I think that'll help you with your shadows. Okay. Alright, so I'm just trying to get a nice core here. There we go. And I like to do this before I do my actual marker. Alright, so I'm going to switch back now to a lighter marker. This is blue-green 1. Someone on Instagram is asking, where did I buy that cutting board? I just got it on Instagram. Or sorry, on Amazon. My bad. Not Instagram. You going crazy, dude? I think it's time for me to buy a compressor. It's time for me to get a compressor going. Alright, so like I said, I like to do the spray first, and then I can add whatever streakiness I need to after. Okay. And also complete my outlines, things like that. Alright, so now I can start to kind of tone out the rest here. I've got my nice shadow core going. Like so. And I can kind of keep this nice and light. right through there, like so. I'll probably have to push the contrast a bit more. I think this, okay, I thought that marker was dying, but it's just being a little stubborn. Area codes, yeah, I've got codes. Wonder if I get a strike for singing a. Would you get a copyright strike for singing a song live on the stream? I wonder. It's a good question. Would you? Would you get a copyright strike? Who knows? In my workshop today, I made a maybe controversial topic, or comment rather. I said that marker rendering is dead. People don't marker render anymore. Which is true. Marker rendering meaning like you go all in. You've got the masking paper, you've got the frisk. Oh, you can. Okay. Wow. You can get a copyright strike for just singing the song too. But isn't there like fair use or whatever where if I just sing a portion of it, I'm okay? Isn't that like a thing? I thought there was like some workaround there. Maybe not. Not that you want to hear me singing by any means, but that would not be fun. All right, let's do this wheel real quick. And again, because I sketched in light, right, I can kind of let the marker come to the foreground here a bit. A little bit of reflected light through there. So reminder, Sundays we do Sci-Fi Sundays. So if you like sci-fi stuff like I do, that's what we're going to be doing. Sci-Fi Sunday. So you can check that out. You always want to work light till you get it right. I know this cap is dark, however, right? And it is a sphere. So let's get a nice little highlight going. And like I said before, I wasn't worried about this like cap thing because the gray in the marker is gonna kind of obscure and cover up whatever we need through there. So just kind of relax, you know, get it done. Here's our mid blend, just nice even tone through there, and now let's get the outline finished up. Some colored pencil would probably help with this one, but I'm gonna see what I can do just with the markers for now. So now I'm switching to a C9, okay, for these like reflective bits that I want to get in here. Again, notice I'm not shading all the way to the edge. All right, not shading all the way to the edge. No mistake there, but fixable. I'm a little bit too far on my stroke. Alright, and I kind of want this to feel shiny, so I'm just going to add a little outline and preserve that sliver. And by doing that, okay, it makes it feel shiny. Like the song in the movie Moana that I'm not going to sing, because apparently I'll get a copyright strike. Alright, so just making that a little shiny there. Now I've kind of established some contrast relationally speaking, so we've got these little eyes. This is a fun little vacuum cleaner guy. Hit this a couple times. And then I'm gonna make the center of the wheel here just dark. Maybe reflective, but let's go dark there. And go dark underneath. Yeah, so marker rendering is dead in the sense that, you know, certain things, is this for Dyson? No. Certain things you want to, or it makes more sense to just do digitally. But like, yeah, like we don't typically do these like super detailed renderings anymore. Not anymore. Looks like a face wearing a hat. If you check the Discord, you'll see the reference sketch that I'm referencing, or I can show you right here real quick since you're on the YouTube. So that's what I'm referencing right there, okay? I did miss a little bit of the curve in your design. This is by Miliana. So my apologies on missing the curve. I think I simplified it a little bit too much through there, but that is what we are referencing today, in case you're wondering. This is not my design. We are googly eyes at last, says Introvert Doodles. Oh, hey. Yes, we got some googly eyes. On Fridays, we do Fan Friday here. So we take your sketches and I kind of just do my version a little bit. So thanks for the submissions. Much appreciated. Thanks for the support as well. I'm using pencil. Alright, so it's a little bit different in terms of my approach. And you kind of have to have a lot of pencils available, so pen tends to be just a bit faster in terms of executing. Right, just a little hit pencil through there on that eye. I may have to come back in on this one and add some white, but fortunately I have white pens for that, so we'll be alright. But yeah, what a month it's been already, everyone. Holy cow. It's only been 2 days. Well, a day and a half for me. For some of you, it's been 2 days already, depending on where you're watching. I'm just gonna add a secondary, or just add a part line right here, I should say. And I was gonna add a part line there as well. And maybe just some vents. So yeah, if you're watching on YouTube and you want to get more of an interactive experience, the place to be is, or sorry, on Instagram. If you're watching on Instagram and you want more interaction, you definitely want to check out youtube.com youtube.com/sketchaday.com. Same handle as on IG, Instagram, but just put YouTube in front of it. Alright, so there's my wheel. Okay, now we got to do the hose. We got to do the hose. I'm gonna try and get a blue, like a little bit of a pencil here. Let's see. Just for a little bit of reflection action happening. Right in this spot here. Okay. Just a little reflection business. Businessty. A little bit of that sauce right there. Boom. Man, I've been going since 5 a.m. my time, and my day is just still getting started. I have so much to do today, guys. But I had to make sure I came on and streamed with you. Alright. How much do I spend on markers each year? I just bought like $150 worth of markers. So I needed some more reds. I needed some inks that I hadn't acquired yet. So yeah, per year, I don't know, a couple $100. But for me, this eye is also off, like, or this one should be a little bit closer, but it's all right. I also, like, it's how I make money, right? I use it in my design practice. So for me, it's a worthwhile investment. For you, maybe not. Not everyone loves markers either. Not everyone loves sketching. But I enjoy it. Obviously. Okay, so there's that portion more or less complete. I want to, like, I need, okay, I'm going to see what we can do here. I wonder if this will help. Do a little bit of a test. Yeah, I just need to make this a little bit less intense. So this, again, is the Copic air marker. Yeah, that feels better. And so if you want to basically turn your markers into your airbrush, you can. It's pretty cool. Like I said, disclaimer, they do not pay me to say this. This is just my own experience with these tools, what I like to use. I like it that way. I might be reviewing some products, however, that, you know, people send me from time to time, so watch out for that. That was our first sketch, by the way, today. Also, plus side, Introvert Doodles says tax deduction, exactly. Oh, shoot. No. Woo! Save. Good thing I had this tissue here earlier. I made the mistake of trying to recharge my white pen directly on the drawing. I wasn't even thinking. Alright, let's see if we can fix this up. Alright, recharge. We're good. Now I can come in and do this. Yeah, don't do what I just did. I have to let that dry and then I'll clean it up. But do not do what I just did. And yeah, it's a tax deduction, so you, at least here in the United States, you can kind of think of it that way. I'm investing in my business, investing in myself. So it's kind of nice. All right, let's make quick work of this hose, and I'll show you what I was kind of thinking. So since I already have the sketch lines down, right, it's not perfectly shiny or anything. I'm just gonna apply the marker like so. Maybe I'll have a couple shiny spots, but you can apply the marker this way, right, just across. Focus on a shadow core as well. And then for each of these grooves now, right next to the groove, I'm just gonna add a little shadow where we would get some shadow. This is how I would do it digitally as well. I feel like I'm faster on paper than digital, but the output is also different. If you want more realistic things, then working digitally is a good way to go. Or if you're gonna be repeating certain things, you know, it makes sense to work digitally. So I'm going to leave that. Let's grab 70% now. And I'm just going to add some contrast here. Now it sounds weird, but sometimes when I'm working, I will actually squint my eyes. Alright, and that's going to give me an estimation of the contrast without focusing on the details. It's also a good way to kind of lean into an impressionistic approach to your work. If you just squint, because now I'm just focusing on values and general effect more so than the precision of the sketch. Particularly as you move back in your sketch, kind of think of it like a photo, right, where you have depth of field kind of happening. It's one way to think about it. My phone decided to stop talking with, oh, what's up, Corey from Jamaica? Yeah, watch From Jamaica right now. Oops. Alright, let's see. My computer decided to quit on me like a failed marriage. Let's go. File. Oh, let's see if this works. Let's see. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to see what's on my iPhone right now. Yeah, this thing is quitting on me. Antibus says everyone is squinting right now. Oh, there we go. It's now back. That accent though. You have accent too? You there, Yard? You watch From Jamaica? How are you there? Yes, everyone. I am from Jamaica. Should we do a Jamaican show one day? A long time ago, I Yard though, so probably sound rough around the edges. But it's alright. Yeah, family back at Jamaica, same way. A long time I go back. Whenever I talk like that, my children go, huh? They're like, what? Because I've just been here so long. Yeah, I've just been here so long. Okay, what was I just using? That was a C7. Okay, C9. Here we go. Good to meet you, Corey. Feel free to give me a follow, send me a message, whatever. We can chat. Fellow Jamaican. Didn't Usain Bolt get coronavirus? I thought he did. Or I should say COVID-19. It's the proper designation. The proper designation. Yeah, so here, for example, I'm just going for effect, right? On these ridges. So, like I said, squinting can kind of help. And then, let's get our brushes in. Does this count as a toothbrush? Like, maybe it's a toothbrush for an elephant. Timing wise, yeah, I gotta go grab my kids, so I won't be able to do another one. Let's make the tip of this blue though. Man, what a day. I basically got to build a textbook for this workshop I'm conducting. So I've got to go do that after hanging out with you guys. But doing all this is good though, because it just kind of warms me up for everything else to come. So I don't mind. And I had thought, I was like, oh, maybe I'll push it to, Saturday or whatever. But I didn't want to do that to you guys. So here we are. Okay, that's dry now. So I'll just fill this in so it's nice and white. And just for consistency, I will do the same over here. Maybe a little spot on these eyes. Feels kind of weird, but we're gonna roll with it. Whoa! What just happened? Oh. This new system's freaking me out. Freaking me out. Okay, so shadow on the ground is going to be black. That's going to reflect up. So this little space here I'm reserving. We'll make it work, make it count. Just as a reminder, this is what I'm drawing. If you're looking at YouTube, just a version of this vacuum here. I guess this could have been a handle of some sort. But I wasn't really thinking of that. So let's get the BFM, big freaking marker. Hey, Svetlana and Art. It's all good. I can give you feedback later on that, because I'm about to wrap up myself. I gotta go get my tiny humans, pick them up. Alright, so now I'm just gonna use this big fat marker. I just love how it's textured. There's a nice feel to it. So yeah, one of the benefits of COVID, I should say, if there are any benefits, clearly it is a disease that has affected many people, changed our lives in many ways. I'm grateful that I can work and work from home. One of the things I used to do a lot, though, is I would do workshops quite a bit in person. So I flew to Germany one year, been to Mexico, Canada, United States, Costa Rica. Got invited to China at one point, but didn't make that one happen. I even got invited to Greece at one point. In any case, now that I have like my setup going, I've been doing a lot of workshops here, at least from my home studios. So if you're with a company or school and you want to like book me before the end of the year, now is the time to go for it. I've been super busy, so feel free to hit me up. And I've got to decide what I'm going to do for my birthday show. It's going to be in a few weeks, so I got to figure that one out and see what it's going to be. Let's just do like a little bit of tone in the middle here. Is this marker still too juicy? I refilled this marker this morning and it was like way too juicy. Like scary. Nah, I'm not gonna do it. Let's just do some white pen. We'll call it good. I gotta pack up, head out. Also, continuing in the tradition of discussing what to watch and what I'm watching, what shows do you guys recommend I watch? I need like a new show. I just finished this TV show I've been watching for like 5-6 years now, called The 100. It's a little campy show, but I just finished it up. I started watching American Horror Story, but that's also very intense. So I need like something chill. I'm watching American Horror Story Hotel. That's the season I'm watching. I haven't watched that show in like forever, and that is a crazy season of television. Tell you what, crazy hour of TV. Tell you what. Thank you for the early birthday wishes. Yeah, my birthday, I'm a Scorpio. My birthday is in November. I'm not going to tell you when it is yet, because, I don't know, you might steal my identity or something. I don't know you. Just kidding. It's November 17th. This is my birthday. Lovecraft is good. I've heard good things about Lovecraft. Lovecraft Country, right? I've heard good things. Thanks for hanging out, Antibus, as well. But yeah, I've heard good things about Lovecraft Country. For sure. I guess I've got like 10 minutes. I was going to try and hit the grocery store before I have to go get them. So, alright. There's our vacuum cleaner. Again, for the patrons, this will be available on the Google Drive for download. Check that out. So we did a little vacuum guy there. We did our sphere-based pottery. Alright, so I'm going to put these off to the side. If you want high resolution scans of those, become a patron. Join the club. Join the cause. Fight the resistance. Or whatever. So next thing I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do, I'll do some sort of microphone. Ooh, Svetlana and Art did the new Apple Store. That's beautiful. I'm going to share that with you guys real quick. So this is a painting of the new Apple Store. You know, I've got mixed feelings about this architectural direction that they took. It's different. But, I mean, part of what they do is think different. So, really nice job. I think, keep working at it. There's probably some opportunity for reflected light. I don't know if you can see my mouse cursor. Yeah, you can. There's probably some opportunity for reflected light on the sides. You know, take some of the color of the water, for example, and put that into the sphere here, and that's going to help it feel more part of the environment, right? And then take some of the light from the sphere and put it in the water, right? You want this to feel like super consistent. Don't overdo the detail in the background, but I can see what you're doing here to kind of help this feel like a consistent theme. And then play with the saturation of the colors in the sky. That's going to help this feel more together. Let's see. And then we also have a crystal ball. You know, transparency, translucency is a tough one. Maybe we could do a transparent show where I talk about transparent things. Let's see. All right. So the one I'm going to do real quick is I'll just do some sort of snowball mic because that'll be pretty quick. And I have like 10 minutes and then I've got to bounce. All right. So let's switch back here. And I'm going to, I'll just use pen. I'll use pen here. So yes, thank you for your submissions as always. I feel like these are all vertical today. But we'll just start with a sphere and an axis. You know, if we draw through, that gives us the ability to kind of estimate where things are, right? So one of my critiques, this was from Acro, was your ellipses. So as I move down the page, right, I'm trying to open up these ellipses, okay? And that is the degree. So notice how, right, as I move down the page, the degree of the ellipse increases because we're changing the position or orientation of these ellipses. So much like moving a cup through 3D space, we're gonna have a different view of this ellipse. Now for the legs, okay, start with the center and then pick a direction. Which way are the legs going? You know, if you want to draw this leg like so, then I would draw an axis, ellipse, and then connect with whatever transition. You can put a sphere on the end, for example. All right, so axis. If you want these to feel like they're consistently the same size, then you'd need to draw an ellipse on the bottom here, because that's going to give you the limit of this shape. Okay, so that's how I like to think about it anyways. And we'll keep this just as a kind of quick sketch with some light marker on it. Okay. Well, it looks like you've got that. And then this leg would just go back. We wouldn't see it anyways, so I'm not going to try and force that. And I know I wouldn't see it because of that ellipse that I drew on the surface. So we'll just keep this, like I said, as a nice light sketch. Maybe have a chord come down and then go back behind behind or something, right? Let's see. And then on the front, you've got this ellipse. I won't go into how to draw an ellipse in perspective. Meaning, if I want to draw a circle in perspective, it's an ellipse. But if I want to draw an ellipse in perspective, it's a little bit more complicated. Maybe next time we can do something like that. This I'll make chrome. We'll make this nice little chrome trim there, right? Looks like we've got a light of some sort on the top here and a part line. All right, and for our mesh on the mic, okay, I'm just gonna throw down some quick lines here. Again, this is one of those things digitally that probably would look better if we were to do it in something like Procreate or Fresco by Adobe. You could just bring in a texture, put that texture in, and then you would have your mic mesh. Let's see how we're in time. Okay, I'm good. So now I'll just go the opposite way here with a similar interval and spacing. All right, slight curve here since this is a curved surface. This is also an area that line weight's gonna help. I'll probably do a little bit of it, but I'm not gonna have time to do all of the line weight tweaks that I would do on something like this. By the way, this is Sketch Day Live. I'm Spencer. I love drawing, but I teach. I make things. I make trouble. I also do that. So, for example, I can just add a little line weight here, away from where my light source would be. You don't always need, tons of marker and color on a sketch for it to feel like it has depth or energy or character, right? You can just use things like line weight to help you out. Things like that for Chrome. Right, you just kind of teach yourself. Draw from observation. So you can draw from observation and then draw from your own inspiration. It's a play on words. That's why I chuckled. It's like the kind of thing your dad would tell you, or your mom. Draw from observation. Alright, let's get a couple more scribbles in here. I'm still good on time. I've got like 6 minutes. And that's my hard cutoff, my hard stop. Alright, so right there, just like that. Underneath, I'm going to throw in a shadow. Like I said, I don't really talk about shadows on cylindrical surfaces much, so perhaps that's something we can kind of dive into. That's not accurate, but it's good enough for now. It's actually more what would happen with a straight line casting a shadow on that surface, but I'll allow it. All right, a couple lines here for shadow core, highlight shading. Bring that around like so. All right, cable, kind of do the same thing there. Swing the wrist if you're doing like a small circle or curve. What about a simple speed form? I'm not gonna do your homework for you, but I would love to see what you do after, and then I can give you some critique. There is a video on the channel. You can look for it. It's in the live section where I actually do something of a speed form. I believe it's an older one, so yeah, I'm not gonna be able to pull up the link right now because I do have to run. Can't leave them stranded. Those little cuties. Alright, so again, you know, here we had that ellipse, but we're not really focusing on the ellipse now because we've added the line weight to the sketch, and that kind of helps things pop, right? And creates the right focus where you want it to be. So sometimes even though your line might feel sketchy, I can come in now. When I say sketchy, I mean rough. I can come in now and add a little line weight, and it just tightens up the whole thing. Okay. Sometimes you can use pen with pencil as well. We were using pencil a little earlier. I could use this pencil here just to add to my shading and tone. So you get an interesting effect going with how this shows up. So don't be afraid to play with materials, mix and match, right? If need be. Or if you're just looking for a different look, you can always start over. There's always a fix, as I like to say. And I'll just do one color on this guy. One color, that's all it gets. Except now I can't find my red. It's one color here for our little record light. All right, so that's what we did today. We have, oh, my camera died. Hello. I'm not gonna be able to say goodbye to you on screen. So we did pottery here. We have our little funky, cute vacuum cleaner guy that we did as well. And then just a super quick snowball style mic sketch. All right, I'm gonna sign that, of course. And like I said, you can get these sketches if you are a patron. They're scanned in at 600 DPI, so if you want to zoom in, look at something, you can look at it. So far, the patrons say it's been helpful for them, so hope you guys are still appreciating it. Check that out. All right, let's see if my camera can come back on. I think it's because I've basically been streaming for, what would this be now? 4 hours, something like that. Okay, I think I have like 10 seconds. All right, real quick, here we go. Thanks everyone for joining. It was super fun. I'll be back. I always say I'm gonna be back Saturday, but I don't know. I need to rest. So definitely Sunday I'll be back. Maybe a surprise stream tomorrow. But in any case, peace, love, and happiness to you. And I'll see you next time right here on Sketch Today. Take care, guys.